Hello. In this video, I'd like to show you how to draw a carport. To do this, I've opened a sample project in both 2D and 3D modes. There are several different ways to draw a carport in the software. One method is to import the carport as a 3D object from Google's 3D warehouse. To do that, I first click here at the top left on Import and then on Load Object. The second option is to click here into the 2D mode. Then, on the right, we see the icon for the symbol catalog. We can see that there are already saved garages and carports in the catalog. Here's the folder with carports, and here you can see different carport variants. I'm going to open a folder now and pick one out. I'll place it here. The carport is already pre-planned and completely finished. You won't need to do anything else. The third option is to draw the carport manually yourself. This way you can create it exactly according to your own ideas. I will show you how that works now. I draw the base plate with the slab function. To do this, I click on Slab here in the top bar and draw the plate using the rectangle shape. Since it's just an example for demonstration, I'll do it freehand and won't measure the plate. This is my plate now. I click it and adjust the thickness and level up here. I'll lower it by 20 centimeters so that it rests directly on the floor, ensuring no gap underneath. The slab is then drawn automatically at the height you have configured as the floor level. If you want to confirm the floor height setting, you can view it here in the Layer Manager. I click on ground floor because that's the story level where I'm currently working. Then I click up here on Edit Selected Story, and I can see that the floor is set to a height of 20 centimeters. Next, I'll draw the columns using the tool located up here. I'll select the first option, and then I'll set both the width and the depth to 20 centimeters. Now I am going to draw a column into every single one of the corners. I have placed my mouse cursor right on the corner of the plate, and I can use the W key to move the column around my mouse. This ensures that the column fits perfectly into the corner. So I have now drawn 4 columns. My next step is to connect these 4 columns. For this purpose, I will once again be using the slap function. I'm selecting the 4th symbol and setting the thickness back to 20 centimeters so that it matches the columns. If I navigate to Options up here on the top left, I can also manually adjust the width to 20 centimeters. Now I will begin to draw. To make sure it fits, I'll press the W key again in certain spots so that it properly overlaps. When I'm finished, I press the Escape key to exit this function. Now I'll set the height. I adjust that here under Level. I now want to assign a wood texture. To do that, I click here on Materials to open the catalog. The important thing is that I am in 3D mode. I'm going to open the catalog, then click on the folder that contains all the wood textures and choose one. Then, with the Paint Bucket tool on my mouse, I'll click on all the elements that are supposed to receive this texture. Next, I will draw a roof on top of my construction. I click back into the construction mode so that I can see all of the different functions and tools. Then I will select the roof function and proceed to draw a rectangular roof for the structure. To set the roof to the exact height, I click on it, then click up here on Roof. Here I can type in the precise height value by which I want to raise the roof. If you put a minus sign before the number, the roof's height will be decreased. By the way, down here in the toolbar, I can easily display the wooden framework by clicking on Show Wood Framework. I can also customize the roof shape. I click here on Roof and then the Roof Side tab. I can select any side of the roof and then make all the adjustments. I'm adjusting the slope as well. I do it right here. I'll input a value of 10 for both sides. This is how my carport looks right now. I'd like to add another wall on the side. I'll do this again using the slap function. I'll click on it and then enter 10 for the level, so the wall doesn't start on the ground. For the height, I'll enter 120 here. I'll determine the width myself as I draw the wall. And just like that, I have successfully completed drawing my partition wall. This is what my carport looks like now. I would like a car to be inside the carport, so I'll click here on the right on 3D objects. I will then select the car I wish to use from the catalog and place it. The car is not resting directly on the ground. It's too high. To adjust this, I will decrease the height parameter here at level. I now want to save this carport in the catalog. To do that, I'll first select everything in the construction mode. Then I'll open the symbol catalog. I'll click New Folder up here and then name it. Here is my folder. Now I'm going to drag the carport into the open folder and drop it. A window will open up to enter a name. Then I'll click on OK, and now my carport is saved in the catalog and can be used again and again. And that's how I've successfully created and saved my very own carport.